very deep sense of sorrow that I stand here today to pay our respect to late Dr. Ricky Andrew Sincon, who was the Member of Parliament from 1 Shillong constituency. So as we are all aware that it was a great shock to all of us, because it was something that nobody had expected. I was with late Dr. Ricky Sincon about 15 days back when we had met in my residence in Delhi. And I recall that I had just landed and the information reached that Honorable MP wanted to meet me. And of course, we fixed a time and we had met. And in that meeting, late Dr. Ricky Sincon had discussed with me regarding a proposal to establish a National Institute of Social Defense in Meghalaya. And he was very keen. So I requested him to send me a note, which he did. And I still have that message with me. And the last message, of course, he sent was, "Good evening, sir. Please see the note on National Institute of Social Defense for your kind perusal. Regards, Dr. Ricky Sincon." And I remember that moment even till now, not because of the fact that he was a Member of Parliament, or not just because he was a Member of Parliament, but somehow, and I'm sure I'm not the only one, that late Dr. Ricky Sincon had this charm, this charisma, and added to all of that, this simplicity with which he carried himself, that just you instantly connected to the person. You just felt that he was an old friend who you knew for a very, very long time. And apart from discussing these points, that moment where we discussed at that point we discussed many other issues. I remember telling him that moment that, "Doctor, we should work in the larger interest of our state." And I distinctly remember him mentioning that, "Absolutely, sir. It's not the question of which party we belong to. But at the end of the day, we are all here to serve the people of our state." And in fact, I had made plans that once we have this note ready, that both of us, along with officials, can go to the concerned ministry and take forward this proposal. And as I said, that this thought process in my mind and heart came in because of the kind of person that late Dr. Ricky Sincon was. I also remember having a program in St. Mary's Higher Secondary School and the St. Mary's College, the campus. And he was the guest of honor, and I was called as a chief guest. And I got a bit late because of the traffic jam. But Dr. Ricky Sinkon and that program also, he reached on time. Later on when I asked him, how did you make it on time? He told me that he rode a scooty and he came alone on the scooty. And that's how he reached on time. And that's late Dr. Ricky Sinkon. For all of us, a simple, a humble, a man of faith, a person who truly was committed to doing good for the people of the state at large. So we are all aware about his qualifications, about how he has contributed to the different institutes that he has worked in, and more importantly to the institutes where he was able to touch the lives of many, many students, including many who were doing research and were pursuing their PhDs. A highly qualified man and a person who had used his qualification not just for his own interest, but to help others also qualify and also use his qualifications for the larger interest of the state. Last night I was with our officials going through the last details of today's programs, some parts of the budget speech, when I received a call from one of my friends mentioning that about the incident. At that point, we were not very clear as to what had happened, but we knew that there was something serious. And immediately we started contacting all the different officials, different medical institutes, including NIGRIMS, and we were figuring out where he should be sent so that medical attention can be given. But of course, at that point in time, his family and others around him had decided that he should be taken to Roberts Hospital. And post that, we got the information that he was no more. Last night, I had visited Roberts Hospital along with Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tinsong, Deputy Chief Minister Masnyo Balangdhar, Honorable MLA Charles Marangar, and other leaders, where we got an opportunity to meet the family members and some of the party leaders to which he belonged. And from there, his remains were taken to Poksay, and we are yet to hear a formal announcement, but we have been informed that the funeral will most likely be held tomorrow. So, based on the information that has been given to us through, or rather information that's been passed on to us, that the funeral will be held tomorrow. As a government, we have decided that in order to pay respects to the departed soul and to his family members, and also to ensure that we are able to allow people to participate and to be there during the funeral, the government has decided that tomorrow, which was supposed to be a working day as part of the compensatory holidays, tomorrow being working day, the government has decided that we will declare holiday in the Eastern Range, or rather in the MP parliamentary constituency, in all the districts which fall under the Shillong MP parliamentary constituency seat. As I said, in order to pay respect to the departed soul, as well as to allow people to be part of the funeral that is most likely to be held tomorrow. So it has been a great loss for the whole state. As a representative in the Lok Sabha, he was not just representative of Shillong or of Khasi Hills and Jente Hills, but of the whole state. And therefore, this is a loss for all of us, and a loss which will be, or rather I should say a vacuum, which will be very difficult to fill. On behalf of all the members of the House, I express my deepest condolences to the family, to the members of the bereaved family, and also pray to Almighty that He will give strength to all the members of the family, as well as all His colleagues, all His supporters, so that they are able to bear this loss that they have had yesterday. Once again, on behalf of the House, I express my deepest condolences to the bereaved family. With these few words, I resume my seat.